Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
As we continue our live coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL, we will witness the battle of two winless teams in the North Division. One who will go in separate ways after this game. One will taste sweet victory. The other, the bitterness of being drowned further in the standings. And we will be seeing here the game between Bulacan, JT Bulacan Taipan going head-to-head against the Mindoro Foundation for the 14 and under division. The last one here for our afternoon state of games. Nico Rocha here with Noy Africa and the courtside reporter Flo Del Agua. Later makita niyo siya mamaya guys. And Coach Noy, the first two games dito sa ating afternoon slate, grabe no, napapatayo na tayo sa ating upuan with the way things are going.
Well, definitely, and yun nga, yung ating last ball game even closer, but let's look at the North Division standings. You have Quezon City leading the way, undefeated in 4 games. You have Antipolo, Mandaluyong, and Marikina all tied at 2-1. You have Rizal at 1-2, and then you have the 3 teams that have yet to play, Manila, Pampanga, and Valenzuela. And then you have Mindoro 0-1, Bulacan 0-2, and Malabon at 0-3.
Yung situation natin for the North Division standings. But first, let's talk about the JT Bulacan Taipan, who are searching for the first in both teams. That's why, what should we expect from them here, Coach Noy?
Ito nga Bulacan 0-2. In their last game, they lost to Rizal. They were beaten in the rebounding department 55-40, and they gave up 44 points in the paint, and they were not able to contain the production of Rizal's bench as they allowed 31 bench points in that ball game. Itong si Sebastian Omboy led the charge of Bulacan with 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. And he will need a lot of help. And Daniel Concepcion will need to step up here, 11 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, and a steal per game.
Noy, pag-usapan naman natin dito yung Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados. They had a close one against Antipolo, pero kinapos lang talaga sila in their previous game.
Yeah, that's right. In that ball game, they were able to shoot just 33% from the field. Yung nga problema nila was they committed too many turnovers. And they went toe-to-toe in the rebounding battle, 50-53. And if this team wants to run and has the energy to run, but they become careless with their possessions as they committed 34 turnovers in that game, which Antipolo translated into 28 points of turnovers. And the notable players for them in that game was Leodil Hilot, who led Mindoro with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, and John Carl Canapi, 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist.
Before we begin this game, let me turn you guys over to Flo Del Agua. Go ahead, Flo, the floor is yours.
For our final game today, Noy and Nico, wala nang mas gaganda pa sa laban between two teams who are looking to get their first win at mawitness natin yan live dito sa Perpetual Las Piñas. Kinamusta ko nga si Josh Manila, ang star player ng Bulacan, at nabanggit niya na nakulangan siya sa pagkipag-coordinate sa kanyang teammates in their last game, and he wants to fix this today by leading the communication. On the other hand, assistant coach Kim Gonzalez of Mindoro admitted na nadali sila ng first game jitters against Antipolo, ngunit limot na nila ang nakaraan, and they are more than ready to fight today. If you are watching with us, then grab a snack dahil walang tayuan ang laban na ito. So to officially start the match, here is our venue announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to University of Perpetual Health System Dalta. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL inaugural season. This is the last game for today's ball games. It's between JT Bulacan Taipan 14 under and Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados 14 under. And now introducing the starters first from your JT Bulacan Taipan 14 under. At guard number 5, Benjo Vargas. At guard number 22, Josh Munilla. Forward number 17, Jobet Santos. At forward number 20, Sebastian Omboy. And at center number 13, John Pangan. Head coach for the JT Bulacan Taipan 14 under, Mr. Joben Tan. And now here are the starters from your Mindoro Dicena Foundation Junior Disciplinados 14 under. On guard number 6, Prince Cabog. On guard number 10, Julian Villano. And a forward number 4, Emmanuel Pradas. Other forward number 44, Asi Alvarez. And at center number 0, Arjon Gatchalian. Head coach for the Mindoro Dicena Foundation Junior Disciplinados 14 under, Mr. Eugene Ocampo. Referees for this ball game, Mr. Duro Angelo, Von Racho, and your crew chief, Pio Castañero. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
The final game of the 6-game slate here inside the Perpetual Health Gym. 14 under division between Mindoro and Bulacan. Nico Rocha here, Noy Africa, and Flo Del Agua, your panel for this final game. 9 minutes and 42. And coach, for those who just tuned in, what can we expect from Bulacan? What can we get from Mindoro?
Well, actually, for Bulacan, even though they did lose to Rizal, they had a very quick start. Itong si Sebastian Omboy nga had a very good start. Actually, yung 22.4 rebound average nga is a 1-game average. That was his performance in that ball game. And definitely, itong si Omboy will be needed here. As we see Shu getting natanggal yung sapatos, nawala yung English ko. Nawala yung English ko. Kasi
yung train of thought mo no?
Mas maganda kasi yung mas maganda pag sinabi mo yung Tagalog. But anyway, yun nga, ito nga, Bulacan will want to start strong here while ito namang Mindoro, of course, coming off that loss to Antipolo, trying to prove na that loss was a fluke for them, and they will definitely need Leodil Hilot to lead the way for them.
Finally, nakascore dito yung Bulacan. First points of this game. They gave up 44 points in the paint last time. Yun na nga, lumalabas dito against Mindoro so far. That there's not much protection inside the paint para sa Bulacan. Tingnan natin if they're able to flip the script here. Another turnover for them. Oh, just the ball just not entering. And finally, after the offensive board by number 44, that is Asi Alvarez.
And that time yung bola decided to just trickle in. Kasi medyo masaklap naman yun na parusahan mo yung bata twice by rolling out.
Ganda ng pick na yun. That is by Cabog.
Walang kakabog-kabog with the finish there. So,
walang kakabog-kabog talaga.
Good, strong start here for Mindoro. Parang flipping the script in the 16 and under, wherein yung Bulacan was the one blitzing Mindoro this time. Mindoro, I think, taking a page against their Kuyas opponents earlier.
Naisipan na fast break tayo. Gumagana yung kanina. Might as well do it to our opponents. Catch them off guard.
And I'm kind of wondering if baka masyadong maraming energy spent itong Bulacan squad cheering on their Kuyas earlier. They were very active and baka nagkaroon na sila ng adrenaline dump there. But hopefully, they're gonna get their second win here.
7-2 is our score, and one of the things that Mindoro did well in their last game is that they got 50 rebounds last time, which is a good thing for them considering that they're up against a team who doesn't get a lot of rebounds rather. Well, for Mindoro as well, you can bet that they will be shooting the lights out from 3. They made 7 last game, and they will be hunting for their shots here, and that is 5 seconds called by referees. Not the start that you want if you're Bulacan.
Actually, all over the age brackets, yung mga teams really that can implement the pressure effectively usually come off with the victories, and the teams that have trouble dealing with it usually nahihirapan talaga, and usually yung mga teams that don't start strong.
Nadapa dito ang isa sa mga players ng Mindoro. That is number 44, si Asi Alvarez. getting tripped a while ago. I think it's a blocking foul called on Bulacan. 8-2 is our score here inside the gymnasium of Las Piñas, or rather of Perpetual. Some substitutions here coming in para sa Bulacan. Cabog for 3, no good. But once again, the rebounds going to Mindoro. Finally, somebody from Bulacan was able to get it. That is Jobet Santos. But a steal once more for Mindoro. They were able to get 22 steals in their last game. At kitang-kita dito, Coach Noy. Bulacan had no choice but to call a timeout.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang
Look here, some of the family watching the final game dito sa loob ng Perpetual Gym 14 in Under Division. Two teams searching for their first win. 0-2 Bulacan up against the 0-1 Mindoro, who lost a close one against Antipolo NYBL last time.
So far here,
A scramble for the ball here, Coach Noy. But let's give this first to Flo Del Agua for a report. Flo, it's
Small
yours.
but terrible man.
But yeah, so far, yung Mindoro up 8-2. And kita natin dito yung effort that they're doing right now. But in that moment, they were not able to block that shot. It's 8-4 with Bulacan. And grabe yung ano dito, fast-paced game that we're seeing right now, Coach Noy, right? Between the two teams, not much set plays. It's more of let's bring the ball down and try to score immediately.
well, definitely since ito nga, especially Mindoro trying to pressure the basketball, itong Bulacan being forced to just take the first shot available.
The wrap around. And the foul, I think that is 2 free throws para sa Bulacan. To head to the line. It's 8-4, and so far Mindoro has the edge in scoring in the percentage department, 37% with the steals, 4 already, 5 rebounds. And those are the things that we've been telling you guys. Mindoro's a great rebounding team, and also has pesky defense. Once again, Flo Del Agua.
Small but terrible man sa inyong paningin ay nagkakamali rin ang isang Josh Munilla ng Bulacan dahil inamin niya na nasosobrahan siya sa dribble paminsan kaya nauubos ang oras. But as we can see here ay mas nagiging mabilis na ang pasahan ng bola sa Team Bulacan. On the other hand, Team Manager Charles Kimpo cannot contain his excitement na makitang makabawi ang mga bata dahil ika niya, it's always fulfilling to see them play to their potential. Your insights, Noy and Nico?
I agree there, Flo. And of course, to watch the kids play to their potential. It all starts here, right? Ganito sa mga ganitong liga. Imagine you're 14, you're exposed to a production, kind of production level na lumalabas na sa national TV, like sa Signal, Channel 98.
Well, definitely, but that comes with a lot of pressure also, especially if the kids are not able to process that properly. You know, minsan kasi parang lalo kang dadagain eh. You know, thinking that there are people watching you, but if you think about it, it's really just about playing the game. Huwag mo na pansinin yung those other things. Usually yan pag opening day and they know that they will be streamed live. Magpapagupit pa yan before the game, trying to look good. But really, the best way to look good is to perform on the court.
Yan.
Kasi ako bago pumunta dito, nagpapagupit pa ako.
Okay yung pagupit na yun Mindoro up by 3.
Second wing.
May konting hawak daw. Offensive foul. Medyo madaming fouls tayo dito sa first quarter, Nonoy.
And you can see very clear to the referees who was trailing that play. Actually, that happened right in front of us.
Kitang-kita nga natin Pwede tayong maging referee in
Parang
that occasion.
it was just a matter of time. We were just waiting for the whistle. But, itong Bulacan actually, despite that early blitz for Mindoro, they're only down by 3 points.
Bulacan once more, they got blocked in that attempt, but yet another steal. That is steal number 5 for Mindoro. Running away with a layup. 5-point lead now for them. And again, look at that. They're coming from behind, and Bulacan not being aware of their court surroundings, hence the turnovers.
Well, Bulacan really trying to beat the pressure with the dribble, and that is something that you do not want to do.
Again, once more for Mindoro. The attack coming from all fronts. Julian Villano this time. This is his first junior MPBL game. Quick counter for the white shirts. 12-7.
Better organization on that press break for Bulacan.
A pass to Hilot, who just glides to the rim. The paint defense really needs to be watched out for here. Montano. This is really the definition of up and down basketball, Nonoy.
Yeah, that's right, and just a good stop there. So far, itong defense ng Mindoro is actually the reason why they're ahead. It's not only that backcourt pressure, but whenever that press is broken, they always have that safety to protect the rim.
Yan yung unang nating napapansin pagdating sa laro na to. Again, once more, si Hilot. Leodil Hilot. Averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. A marked man for sure.
Actually, that's not an average. That was a performance in the last game.
One game pa lang pala. Oo. Pass average. Pero pagkatapos ng game nito, kung ganoon din ulit pinakita niya, pwede na maging average.
And if he performs the same way and they pull off a victory, I think he will get that best player of the game that he should have had they won that game against Antipolo.
Oh, that was way off to the left for Bulacan. Medyo nanlalamig. That is number 14. That is Montaño. Actually, itong si Terrence James Montaño already has 3 points.
But let's see if he can make up for that.
Short. Barely grazing the rim. A floater for the junior Taipan, but a push from one of their players. It's only their third team foul though, so there's still time here. A minute and 24. Hindi pa naman kalayuan. A while ago, yung mga first 2 games natin, di ba, Coach? More of 25-14, 25-12. So far, right now, it's manageable.
They've been able to weather the early storm. But itong secondary storm being waged here by Mindoro.
Tuloy-tuloy. With now the points in the paint for Mindoro is 16-6 after that made basket a while ago.
At ang ating score, 18-7.
18-7. A minute and 10 remaining here. At the line is number 3 for the JT Bulacan Taipan is Andre Kyle Mandal. Off to the left on his free throw. High looper there. Good thing for Andre. He has one more free throw to attempt. Short
again.
as well. And currently they are now 1-5 at the line. So good for 20% in the first quarter. Not much life coming out of the Bulacan side, especially those that support them.
But you know that Bulacan will eventually figure this offense out.
Ganun yung napansin natin kanina. No? Tatlo pa yun. Tatlo ba? Let's wait for the signal of the referees. Oh, okay. It's 2 free throws. Pushing daw eh.
No, it's 3.
So it's 3. Okay. Ano yung nag-signal nun? Baka yung jersey number.
Jersey
maybe.
number,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was number 26.
Ayun. 2-6.
John Dre Johnson with a D.
John Dre Johnson with a D. So 2 free throws. Okay, okay. Gumalaw na bigla yung players. Pati ako, wait. Ano ba kalaw tatlo? 59.2 remaining. Hits the back rim. 2 for 3 at the trip. Mindoro is called for traveling.
You can hear the coach of Mindoro shouting, hawak muna,
Hawak muna. Takbo agad yung nangyari kasi.
looking to dribble right away was Alvarez.
Celestino gives it to Commissioner Keith, who was right there. And 48.7 remaining here in the first quarter, with Mindoro having a 9-point lead. Bascon has the ball. Gives it to the left side. Andrade. That is a long 2 attempt for Mindoro.
A long 2 that is short.
A long 2 that is short. Ironically short. Vargas. 19 on the clock para sa Bulacan. They can think of a lot of ways to score here. Opting for the 3-point line. Good from downtown, number 7. That is Nick Lawrence Celestino for 3.
Cutting that lead down to just 6 points.
Bascon, and that is called for traveling. Grabe yung pagka, yung big step to try and evade that defender. But once again, 3-point shot a while ago by Celestino.
Mataas ang turnovers for both teams. 8 turnovers already for Mindoro.
The last second shot, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's 18 for the Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados against the 12 of the JT Bulacan Taipan. 6-point advantage para sa Mindoro. And let's take a look here. That Atlantis 88 move of the game. Some of the thing that stuck with us here in the first quarter, the bump and the finish for number 10 ng Mindoro. That is Julian Villano. See you guys in the second quarter. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, the last game of the afternoon slate. 14 under division. Commissioner Keith and JR Navarro. Cheers daw. Cheers para sa ating mga nag-Starbucks. Kung gusto tayo sponsor ng Starbucks, pwede din. Diba? It would be nice to have their logo here.
Yeah, and their cups on our table.
Yes, their cups on our tables. Anyway, Bulacan trying to claw back from the 6-point deficit, but it's not gonna happen if they keep giving the ball away just like that.
And with guys like Alvarez being able to transition from defense to offense right away.
Almost losing control of the basketball. Muntik pa sila mapituhan ng 8-second violation. They're at the post, the back down, the spin, and a block. Called on Arjon Gatchalian of Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados.
Well, right now for itong Bulacan, I feel like they're trying to rush their shots. They're trying to rush their offense, and I think that's really a result of the high pressure being shown here by Mindoro.
9 minutes and 24 seconds here. Kakasimula pa lang ng ating second quarter with Mindoro with a 8-point lead. Ano ba ginawa nilang tama, Coach Noy, as we head to the second quarter?
Well, yun nga, again, they started the game by really pressuring the basketball from the backcourt. Eventually, na-figure out na ito ng Bulacan, but then when they cross the half court, itong Bulacan still trying to rush their offense. And that's where, yun naman, that secondary defense holds up para dito sa Mindoro.
At first, a 3 though by Bulacan.
That's
Only a 5-point lead now.
Three-pointer coming from Inigo Del Rosario. Usually comes off the bench to take those three-pointers.
Meron pa tayong power move doon. Brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And if you want to work on your conditioning, your strength, siguro pag may plyometrics na rin, that's the perfect place to do so. Pound for Pound Fitness, a fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. 22-15. Once again, itong si Asi, not sure paano, si Asi Taulava siguro yung idol ng tatay nito, no? Kaya napangalan siyang Asi. Then again, is Asi a common name? Not so, no?
Not
Hindi
so.
naman.
I don't think so.
Hindi lang tayo makakita na pangalan na simula is Asi.
Hindi pa kasi giveaway dahil kung yung number niya 88,
Yun na eh.
giveaway na.
Scramble here. Kita mo yung baseline trap. And they were able to retrieve it. But a stop though by Mindoro. Once again, the fast breaks are their friend. Another and one. Power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Good presence of mind there for Kanapi. Kita mo nakuha niya yung bola, nakatalikod pa eh.
Pero buti naisip niya na iikot ako para may pasok ko ito na maigi.
Well, just, yun nga, being aware where he is on the court, but missing on the free throw.
John Carl Canapi had 16.6 rebounds last game. Trying to secure that basketball. Itong Bulacan, nahirapan sila ibaba, no? That's been their Achilles heel. But whenever they were able to bring it down, nakaka-score naman sila.
That's right, but yun nga, even yung offensive rebounding ng Mindoro starting to become a problem here for Bulacan.
And coach, tingnan mo to, no? 19 attempts for Mindoro, good for 57%, while for Bulacan, they only have 11. But making 57% to 45, a big difference.
And actually, the bigger difference is the number of attempts. That's already attempts number 20. Oh, that's going to be a traveling violation called.
Tawagan na naman traveling dito yung Mindoro. They now have 10 turnovers. Good thing for them, Bulacan has 13. It's because of plays just like that. Ganyan, parang whole game. Hindi sila nagle-let up, no?
Although ito, some of the turnovers here for Mindoro, more of kasalanan nila. It's not really because of the defense of Bulacan.
A stop there by Bulacan momentarily. Or rather, a stop by Mindoro. Bulacan has the ball. The runner, ganda ng... Actually, yung floater na yun, medyo no? Parang naging runner. Kasi floater, you're supposed to push up the shot. Yung sa kanya may flick yung bola. Kaya siguro napalakas.
Holding the follow through. And yun nga, those trying to teach how you take that floater, dapat wala yung follow
Wala
through.
yung follow
you,
through.
you shoot that with your palm up.
And para siyang talaga, push shot. Push mo na lang yung bola to hopefully enter the net.
Interestingly, we haven't seen Sebastian Omboy return to the game.
Baka lang. Pinaplano yung mga minutes niya, no? Kinakapa na, baka bigla na ibulugsok sa second half. Tingnan natin.
He's only played 3 minutes, not even in foul trouble situation, but that kid can get buckets. And I think
ilan ba fouls?
Yeah, I think he just checked in. Wala pa. No fouls yet. But that defense.
Na naman. Si Hilot na naman. And once again, itong si Hilot, I think 6 of his points are coming off steals. And once again, This is why you're scared to face a team like Mindoro. It's their press, that never-ending press, in sort of mayhem that we're seeing.
They are really outworking Bulacan right now.
Grabe yun. Bigla na lang.
Parang layup drill na bigla.
Parang layup drill na nga. At parang defensive scenarios. And another power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. But before that, let's give this to Flo.
Kailangan pa naming ituro ang defense without fouling. Those are the words from Assistant Coach Kim Gonzalez of Mindoro Decena Foundation dahil naging matakaw daw sa foul ang trap defense nila last game. Additionally, their key player Rio Del Hilot shared na lesson learned para sa kanya ang pagsugod at pagpilit ng puntos dahilan kung bakit napagod agad siya against Antipolo. Hopefully, they don't repeat the same mistakes anymore, lalo na't lamang sila sa second quarter. Back to you, Noy and Nico.
And I agree there, Flo. I think so far here in the first half, naayos nila yung trap defense nila, not resorting to fouling.
Well, actually, yung defense without fouling, that encompasses all levels of basketball. And yun nga, 14 and under, definitely dito pa lang you should already instill the basics of playing defense without fouling. Pretty much meaning you play defense with your feet, not with your hands.
And ayun na nga, no, Coach Noy. How many steals was that? 3 to 4 steals in a matter of game clock of seconds, right? Grabe yun.
Sige, total na lang nila. 12 steals for Mindoro to just 2 for Bulacan.
So, and the turnover 17 to 11. 17 for Bulacan. May no-look pass pa dun si Hilot. Sayang mukhang open siya dun. Yung pasahan niya momentarily, but no good. Nanakawan.
Points of turnovers so far, 20 for Mindoro, 6 for Bulacan, and this lead is already 17 points.
30 points in the paint for Mindoro. And the last end for Bulacan, they gave up 44 points in the paint before to their previous opponent. And we're not done yet with the second quarter. It's on pace for 60 with the way things are going.
They don't really have much rim protection aside from Pangan underneath. And ito, ina-atake lang.
They keep straight on.
Hindi na Hilot yun, bugbog na yun eh.
Pakpak na yun sa Bulacan, grabe.
Hilot already with 10 points.
It's like a glove covering your hands once more para sa Mindoro, overwhelming their opponents, going to the paint, knowing that no one from Bulacan can defend their shots there. Diretso pa sila. 32 points in the paint to just the 6 of Bulacan. Mindoro, no, actually that's a timeout on the floor for Bulacan. A look here of one of the many steals of Hilot. And he's also a thorn on the side for Bulacan. We're searching for answers on how to stop this onslaught and this red carpet walk of Mindoro to the paint of theirs. Full court pass. Natawid na rin nila after a long while. Let's see if they're able to generate some offense here. Mindoro, a foul on them. That is why Bulacan will now head to the line for 2 free throws.
Already in the penalty.
Ay, hindi pa pala. Ay, wait. Bakit sa Bulacan nilagay? Dapat sa Mindoro. Okay.
Penalty.
Ayun, penalty
They're in
na
the
nga.
penalty.
Tama nga. Yan.
There
para
you
sa
go.
Bulacan. Na-correct na. 37-16, 21-point lead. Mindoro.
This is a welcome development for Bulacan. Getting Mindoro to the penalty. But still, you really have to be very careful of that basketball dahil doon talaga sila binubugbog nitong Mindoro.
20-point lead. And another free throw for Bulacan since I think it's a lane violation called on the side of the blue shirts. One more time. Still no good. 1 for 2 at the trip. Here comes Mindoro. Fast-paced offense. It doesn't matter who's on the
Offensive
floor.
foul. And he knew it.
And see, Wenceslao was the one who was holding that ball. Losing control, but it's alright. It's 2 minutes and 15 remaining. And as long as they execute on defense, they stick to the game plan, they'll be able to win with not much worry. Another board. 18 boards to 10. And again, yan na naman Noyo. Dire-diretso lang talaga sila. Not much, no wall. We don't see any wall right there.
Well, actually, even before that wall, you expect that ball stop to come first. Walang ball stop, walang wall. And itong Mindoro just waltzing their way to the rim. Even getting some fouls here and there.
38-17. One more chance for Mindoro. No good. 1 for 2. Bango na amoy ng kape nyo na ano na rin, no? And malay mo, yun lang siguro yung magiging kailangan ng Bulacan in order to catch up.
Kape?
Kape. 14 years old, papakape mo, no? Para magka-extra energy. Second win, kumbaga. Mindoro taking their time. Oh, yun naman. Sila naman yung nahabol ngayon ng dito ng Bulacan. Getting a seal of their own. Very rare time. And Mindoro uses a timeout.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan.
You're watching the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. We resume action here with Mindoro to inbound with 1 minute and 16 remaining. Risky pass there, well read by Bulacan. Can they convert? But look at that block by Mindoro. They're asking for the ball. Somebody was already there on their side of the court.
Actually, that block there for Canapi was trying to make up for that earlier turnover. As you can see, well-timed block there.
Huling-huli ni Canapi dun, no? 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here with actually number 3 for Bulacan, Andre Kyle Mandal. Hits the back rim in that first free throw. He has one more shot to go here. We are watching the 1400 division between Mindoro and Bulacan. The 1800 and 1600 have already played, and you guys can check that out on Facebook and on YouTube. Last 1 minute.
Oh, that's an offensive foul.
Halatang halata yung tulak.
Halata, hindi yung screen, tulak yun eh.
Yun yung moving screen, literal gumagalaw yung screen.
And he was pushing with 2 arms.
Tinulak
You're
pa pa
not allowed to push.
Oh.
Parang pader na may crane.
Yun
Parang
nga,
ganun.
pader na may gulong.
May crane eh.
Na may
Mahawak eh.
gumagalaw eh. And Bulacan, down by 18. I don't know why he stopped there kasi kaya pa naman. Another steal for Mindoro. Here they go. Canapi, and once more, he has 10 points and 4 rebounds now in the first half. Mandal. And finally, they are able to convert here. Number 22 para sa Bulacan is Josh Benedict Monilla.
Actually, this is a nice combination itong si Mandal and Monilla, and I think pretty much for the rest of this game, these two will need to play together, especially with that pressure defense being used by Mindoro.
Oh, ganda na
Oh,
pasa
what a
na yun.
pass.
The recognition by Monilla. Playing already for 17 minutes. In the last second. Oop. And that's the end of the first half. 40 for the Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados as they win this quarter 22-8. But first, the Atlantis 88 move of the game. Ang ganda nga ng step through na yun, yung clean step through para sa Mindoro Junior Disciplinados, and that is why they have a 20-point lead dominating the first half.
Parang hindi 14 under ang nilalaro ng players from Bulacan and Mindoro, but that is the brilliance that we have here at Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season. For our final halftime interview, I have here with me head coach of Mindoro, Coach Eugene Ocampo, and assistant coach Jerry Lipio of Bulacan. Unahin ko na po kayo, Coach Eugene. Your last game was not too long ago. Kumbaga magkakadikit po yung mga laro ninyo at given na nagta-travel din po kayo venue per venue, paano nyo po nasisiguro na kondisyon pa rin po ang mga players nyo?
I have told my players that hindi lamang po sa court natatapos yung kanilang training. We should continue it on their own houses para mag-exercise sila sa bahay nila. At gusto namin maging iba yung way ng pag-exercise ng mga players. Puro kasi cellphone na lang din yung iba. So gusto namin magbago yung ganong style.
Maraming salamat para dyan, Coach. Meron po ba kayong gustong batiin or pasalamatan sa ating viewers?
Gusto ko lang pong pasalamatan ng Decena Foundation. Of course, Mr. Decena. Paula Mindoro Mayor Jennifer Cruz, Bioscopic Diagnosis Club, Boss Levy and Yang Esquivel, Boss Cholo for Hoops, Gayosa family, Madriaga family, sa lahat ng mga magulang na sumusuporta sa Decena Foundation. Thank you very much po.
Very well said, Coach. Maraming salamat. Kayo naman po, Coach Jerry. Bulacan has 2 consecutive game days at given na mga bunso po itong hawak nyo, how do you make sure naman po na ready ang kanilang pangangatawan?
Lagi namin sinasabi sa mga player na dapat laging disiplinado. So, sineset namin, dapat natutulog ng maaga, kumakain ng mga susustansyang pagkain, para nang sa ganon, may energy sila. Tsaka hindi nawawala sa kondisyon. Siyempre, pag hindi kumakain ng tama yan, malamang, hindi mapaglaro na maayos yan.
I agree with you, Coach. Any message po for our viewers and fans?
Gusto ko lang pong pasalamatan yung aming team owner, Joventay, and siyempre sa Toda Sakto, sa pagbibigay sa amin ng opportunity na kagaya nito. Siyempre malaking bagay sa mga bata ito eh. So maraming salamat, Boss Joventay. Thank you.
Very well said din, Coach Jerry and Coach Eugene. Maraming salamat and shout out to all the coaches who always prioritize the players' health. At magbabalik po ang Junior MPBL para sa second half.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan.
At dahil wala pa nga nananalo ng brand new smartphone, hindi pa payag ang Junior MPBL na walang half-court shooting challenge for the 14 under division. So I have here with me participants Matt, Friends, Jake, Carol, Miko, Tanggol, and of course, RA na susubok magkaroon ng panibagong phone today. So simulan na natin. For the first one, Matt, go ahead. May dribbling pa, ha? Almost there. Next is Friends. Muntikan pang masira ang shot clock. Next one, go ahead. Baka ikaw na ang mananalo ng panibagong smartphone. Babawi ang susunod na player. Grabe naman ang buwelo. Last 4 players. Nabitin ng bahagya. Bitin ulit. Last 2 players. Munti ka na. And last one. Baka ito na ang mananalo ng brand new smartphone. Oh no! Sa kasamaang palad, wala pa rin nanalo. Kaya sa susunod na half-court shooting challenge, hopefully ay meron ng audience na mapanalo ang phone na ito.
Lahat ng mga participants at mga bisita na nandito ngayon.
This is the Atlanta City Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights here on your screens. Courtesy of a steal by Hilot, this one you just saw a while ago.
Definitely in that first quarter, itong Mindoro just made parts of that half a layup drill pretty much. And that's why they've been shooting 58% from the field only. Well, 40% is a good number here for Bulacan. However, they had 11 less field goal attempts. And also from the three-point area, itong Bulacan was able to convert 2 out of 3. Itong Mindoro only 0 out of 3. And that's why somehow hindi pa rin sila totally out of this ball game, but definitely the story, the points of turnovers, 23-9 for Mindoro, points in the paint, 36-12 for Mindoro, fast break points, 14-4, and already 3 players in double digits for Mindoro. Hilot with 12, Villano with 10, Canapi with 10, while on the other side it's Montaño with 6, Monilla with 4, and Celestino with 3.
Kita natin doon, another trip inside the paint plus another steal. I feel like we are watching a replay of the first half, Nonoy?
Well, for a lot of stretches in the first half, it has been yun nga, just really a layup drill for Mindoro. But there's really not much Bulacan can do dahil they're clearly having a size disadvantage in almost all positions, and this will be another layup for Hilot.
Kitang-kita nga na they're able to convert there once more. And that's why they're really efficient. Entering the second half, 60%, 20 for 33 for Mindoro. And you can bet that they're really happy with their performance right now, provided that they don't lose this momentum and not give back any to Bulacan. How many steals did... Let me check here the steals of Mindoro last game. They had 22 steals last time. And right now, they're at steal number 14. Matagal-tagal pa, but tingnan natin. Sayang yun, no? 22 steals, but you lost to Antipolo.
So that was definitely a game that they could have won, but they buckled down to the pressure late in the payoff period to hand Antipolo the win.
Hilot almost getting that ball. But Bulacan able to convert finally. That is John Edlurens Pangan.
I think that's the first 2 points for Pangan.
8 points to 3 is their score right now dito sa at least sa third quarter scoring for Mindoro and Bulacan. Mindoro moving like the storm. Unpredictable and coming at all fronts. Having a hard time to cross the ball over. And still the same story. Hindi na sila makahanap kung sinong pwedeng pasahan. But there, 4 straight points.
Whenever they get the opportunity, they have been very unselfish itong Bulacan. However, just really a lack of field goal attempts, while itong Mindoro just continuing to puncture that hoop.
Bugbog na talaga tong paint ng Bulacan. 46 points now and counting for the guys in blue.
Well, if we could just show the shot chart, namumula talaga yung the side for Mindoro, having a lot of their baskets coming inside the paint.
50-29. So Mindoro pa rin, still dominating. Parang walang naging adjustments, but it's just that Mindoro just overall being too overwhelming for the white shirts. They're also longer than them and taller.
Yes, that's right, and they've been doing it on both ends of the court. On defense, on offense, and that offense is actually being triggered by that defense. Look at that transition from defense to offense in a span of maybe 4 to 5 seconds. They're at the other end of the court laying that ball up.
And that's how Hilot is getting his points. He now has 18 after that shot. No look pass. Almost fumbled. Had to resort to a mid-range. Finally, something going in para sa Bulacan. Halfway mark of this game. 5 minutes and 21 remaining. Villano moves to his right. He gets doubled. To Hilot. To inside the paint once more. These are the guards of Mindoro that are scoring from there in the shaded area.
Well, you love also the confidence being shown here by Mindoro. They're pretty much doing anything they want on the court.
Parang nag-camp out na sila dun, no? Sa ilalim ng basket ng Bulacan. Dire-diretso.
See there with the no-look pass is Hilot. That's already 3 assists for him to add to his 18-point total.
4 minutes and 55 in the third quarter. But may free throws. Ano ba yung... Was it in the act of shooting, no? Oh, there you go. It's supposed to be a regular foul. Yeah, that's why... Wait, ano bang official verdict natin dito? So...
We
Okay,
actually
may
have
technical.
for improper uniform. Very strict with the uniform protocol here.
Nahulihan ba na naka-untuck yung uniform? Was it a shooting foul a while ago para sa Bulacan? I don't recall as well, but it looks like they're headed to the line. That is number 14, si Montaño, has 7 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist to his name. First shot is finally good. Si Montaño has been struggling with his free throws after the 4 attempts a while ago, but now it's a completely different story, making the first one. Hopefully be able to make it 2 for 2. There you go.
finally figuring it out. I think he missed 2 shots that were really off.
Sinusukat siguro na Noy kanina. Kaya off yung tira niya.
Mukhang nasukat na, but this is going to be a turnover here. Will Bulacan get to score? Oh, he slipped. And,
yeah, he slipped, right? Natamaan pa siya sa ulo after slipping. That's already 4 fouls para sa Mindoro.
With 4:30 remaining.
Whew. Pero wala parang wala nangyari no? Tingnan yung left foot, boom! Oh. And parang wala. That's a 14-year-old.
Those are 14-year-old ankles.
Oh, 14-year-old ankles.
Hindi kagaya ng mga ankles natin.
Ankles. Pag ganun na tayo, alam mo nang stop na eh. Sub agad. Let's give this first to Flo for her report.
Pasilip naman sa ating halftime huddles, head coach Eugene Ocampo of Mindoro told me na malayo ang lamang nila dahil hindi sila nag-give up sa pag-pressure ng bola and they are indeed taking advantage sa kawalan ng dribbler or point guard ng kalaban. On the flip side, Jared Takula of Bulacan Taipan told me na in their half-9, sinabihan silang pagigihan pa ang depensa dahil scorers ang kalaban at huwag masyadong dalhin ang bola sa gilid dahil lalong naiipit at hindi nakakapuntos. Your comments, Noy and Nico.
And that's our report by Flo. And we agree with that one. But a finish there by Bulacan. Back to 18. Itong lead natin. Ng lead ng Mindoro rather. But they don't get phased by the moment.
Actually, yung report nga ni Flo was not to bring the ball to the sides because yun nga, when going up against the pressure defense, that's the last place you want to go because yun nga, sinasama mo yung sideline and possibly even the half-court line. Into the fray, so it's not when you get trapped there, you're up against at the very least 2 defenders and one of those lines.
Mindoro's not a shot at 3 yet, but no problem. They can always rely on the paint. And that was a foul on the floor, but it's still penalty, so that means 2 free throws for Bulacan.
But luckily for Mindoro, as you said nga, they haven't hit anything from the 3-point area. Ito namang Bulacan, although they're shooting 50%, only 2 out of 4. So not enough attempts for this to actually be a notable stat.
Makes the first for Bulacan. And at least in this quarter, they are keeping in step. 14 points scored for them to the 15 of Mindoro. Good blitz yan. Finally, sila naman yung naging aggressive pagdating sa ganun. And that's a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. If you want to focus on your strength and conditioning and athletic training, give Pound for Pound Fitness a look. They have affordable rates, and for sure, there might be one near your area. 3 minutes and 5 remaining, and so far ganito humahabol yung Bulacan no? They have outscored Mindoro here in the 3rd quarter after losing the first 2 quarters. And Mindoro needs to talk things over.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at
Welcome back to Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. You can see here the steal by Bulacan. Their 7th in the ball game. 55-41 is your score, 2 minutes and 59 remaining. Bulacan naman ngayon yung aggressive pagdating sa traps and sa pressure defense.
And that lead is now down to just 14 points.
A sweet move by Villano.
But still, yun pa din talaga yung problema nila, that porous defense, especially in the interior, as Hilot will miss.
Hilot's miss that shot attempt. Short on that one. Offensive board para sa Bulacan. Once more, dire-diretso. Nasaan doon yung defense ng Mindoro?
Definitely.
Usually, kinuha nila agad yun, Noy.
Yeah, that's right. But Montaño already with 12 points here, trying to rally his team back.
And Bulacan not giving up. But they give the ball away in that occasion. And one of the easiest baskets right now for Mindoro, at least in this quarter, after looking like they're losing control.
Yet another steal here for Hilot.
Canapi. The runner just too strong. But Hilot's right there and bringing it outside the perimeter. He has 3 seconds to shoot. Gives it to a teammate for 3. And there you go. That is Alvarez.
Well, I thought that shot clock should have reset, but turned out even better as Alvarez will end up hitting the first three-pointer here for Mindoro.
Yung nakakatakot, Anoy. They are up by 19. That is only the first 3-point attempt.
Made.
First 3-point made para sa Mindoro, to clarify to
And
what
yet
I just said.
Another layup for Villano. So, you know, each and every time that Bulacan makes their move, biglang nagsisimula na naman yung layup drill for Mindoro.
And the steal. And the steals.
The steals.
Hindi nauubusan talaga. 64-43, a minute and 16 remaining. When it looked like the quarter was going to Bulacan, it's a 7-0 run. Mindoro responding with a 7-0 run.
So there's already 6 steals here for Hilot.
21-point lead. A mid-range jumper hits the front rim. And great passing by the bigs.
Oh boy, that time finding Montano again. That's Montaño.
Basa dito ng JT Taipan. Yung gusto gawin doon ng Mindoro. Sila naman ang mag-layup. This time a lefty finish.
Well, this game would have been over way before if not for the efforts of Montaño.
Look at that. Stop by JT Taipan. Once more, can they cut it to 15? Montaño gets blocked. Harap-harapan ni Hilot.
Just really great timing being shown here by Hilot.
Si Hilot, ready sila dun eh. Kung hindi nagsisteal si Hilot, he's ready to get those defensive stats. And it's called a kickball on him, on Mindoro. Tignan mo to, coach.
Really timed it well.
Bang!
And hindi pa yung may ano talaga,
Sobrang
swat.
linis.
That was a swat.
Some blocks you can argue, na-foul ako dun, but that was as clean as they could come. Who's that? That is another steal for Mindoro. Kung ano na mag-dunk dito. Ano ba yung buwela ng dunk? Parang ganun eh.
Pero parang ayoko pa makita na sa 14 and under yan dahil lalong sumasama yung loob ko eh. Na kung ano nangyari sa atin nung 14 pa lang tayo.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Mindoro able to maintain order after looking like Bulacan was right there knocking on their doors. 66-47, 19-point lead for the junior disciplinados. Take a look here. That 88 move of the game. The no-look pass. And the finish for Mindoro.
I believe that's Villano. Yes.
And Villano converting. See you guys in the fourth and final frame.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon.
We're now in the fourth quarter. Last one here between Mindoro and Bulacan, and Cabog has the ball, calling the shots right now for the junior disciplinados. Cabog finding his big man, great presence of mind to kick the ball out, to hit the ball out to a white shirt who's right there at the baseline. 9 minutes and 50, and Noy, ano ba nangyari dito sa ating third quarter? To just summarize everything for our viewers.
Well, actually, pretty much, you know, a replica of how this game has been going so far. Itong Mindoro just at some point for maybe a span of a minute or two just going on layup drills. Then Bulacan will make their own run, and then balik na naman tayo dun sa layup drill cycle, and you see here Mindoro going to that zone defense, and I think even if, you know, they can actually just keep on implementing that full court pressure, I think because at some point you're gonna face an opponent that will be able to, you know, stop, be able to counter that pressure defense. What then do you do? That's why itong Mindoro sometimes choosing to sit on the zone.
That is Inigo Del Rosario. Ganda ng turnaround yan, no? May sumabit lang talaga na player ng taga Mindoro trying to contest the jump shot as he heads to the line for two. The second... Nakita mo yung mukha niya nung may pumasok. Tinignan niya yung teammate niya na, ginagawa mo.
Teka lang. Sinisira mo yung close-up shot ko eh.
The best talaga. Kita sa camera, tinignan niya. Pero buti pumasok. Usually, nasisira yung focus mo dun eh. Kasi usually may flow ka, diba?
Pero you see yung expression ng mukha niya na irritated eh. What are you doing there? I'm having my close-up shot right now from the production of the junior MPBL.
That's Inigo Aquina Del Rosario a while ago. Everybody, for those curious who was shooting that free throw. Villano, aggressive drive. But you can see that Mindoro was right there.
That's right, but ball will go to Bulacan. Still a 20-point lead here for Mindoro, as you see on your screen, Coach Kojak Miligrito. Well, coming off the high from getting that victory in the 16 and under, right now being routed heavily by the Mindoro squad.
Oh, grabe yung laban talaga ng season under team yan. For sure siya, kinabahan rin sa nangyayari dun. Because they lost the lead and then just reclaimed it back.
Well, I think that's really the hardest part about having to coach different teams. Yung emotional roller coaster mo, you know, things working for a certain team may not work for another team. So, kailangan talaga yung, you know, and also iba-iba kasi yung age ng mga bata, so the way they process whatever you do, whatever happens on the court, entirely different.
Yeah, I agree. Iba talaga pag sa if you're handling 14-year-olds compared to 18-year-olds, iba yung how you approach them, how you talk to them. Yeah, literally roller coaster talaga. So maalala mo bigla, nga pala 14 under itong hinahawakan ko. Good fake for Bulacan, but still not able to convert. And tawagan na offensive foul dito ang Mindoro. It looks like, right? Kasi naka-point towards dun yung ano eh.
Well, that's the thing really. Some players, in trying to protect the basketball, just starts swinging their arms around. And right there, Alvarez hitting.
And si Alvarez actually itong Mindoro mayroon ng 4 fouls. Tatawagan kaya ito ng sportsman-like. Ayun nga, tinawagan ng sportsman-like foul.
So that's really the danger in throwing your arms around, especially when you hit someone above the neck. That's an automatic unsportsmanlike foul.
And Alvarez needs to sit for 3 minutes before he can come back in this game.
But I think they can afford for him to sit for another 3 minutes. I don't see this lead disappearing in just 3 minutes, especially with the way Mindoro has been playing.
68-48, 7 minutes and 55. This is 2 free throws. And possession for JT Bulacan Taipan. It's a unique free throw form. Parang naka-tilt to the left yung katawan, no?
Actually, that's the same way that he shoots from the outside. If you remember, he hit a three-pointer in the first quarter, I think. Itong si Celestino.
And Celestino has 3 points and 5 rebounds now to his name. 19-point lead still for Mindoro despite the unsportsmanlike foul. They better, I would say that they're supposed to watch out for their fouls, but they're already in the penalty here in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes and 45. Up by 19 itong Junior Disciplinados against the JT Taipan, who came close in the third quarter, but the first and second quarter were completely different.
And you can see, yun nga, we can go back to that earlier report ni Flo na yung Mindoro really trying to instill into their players the concept of defense without fouling, and mukhang nakalimutan na ito ng Mindoro ngayong quarter na ito, already in the penalty with still more than 7.5 remaining in the fourth.
7.5 remaining. What you can commend Bulacan is that they're very disciplined with their fouls, right? They won't just swipe down, but rather their fouls are a bit calculated.
Although you can also make the case that they have been letting Mindoro just waltz into the paint.
Yun. Yun na yung cons na hard to ignore. Because what? Ano ba, Coach Noy? Their opponents have scored 60 points inside the paint.
And
Yun yung pace nga na sinasabi natin kanina. They're on their way to 60. And out of the 70 points, lahat yan inside the paint, lahat yan layup.
Yeah, that's right. And really back to the drawing board. But I think they don't really have the manpower just yet to battle teams like Mindoro. I mean, they have very good guards in this is Mandal and Monilla.
Itong si Andre Kyle Mandal had that Steve Nash moment when Steve Nash got hit in the side by Robert. Was it Robert Ori who hit him?
I think it was Robert.
Yeah, that's
Ori.
when he hit the side. It's very identical to how he fell a while ago.
But luckily, not the same result.
Oh, bloody nose siya dun, no? We don't want any blood around here. Is it a...
Yeah, it hit the shot clock.
So that should go back to Mindoro. For Mindoro, you just want them to be more disciplined when it comes to handling the ball. See here, just disappointed with the sportsman-like foul a while ago. I think he's just saying that didn't mean it or anything. And of course, he wants to play out there.
But he only has to sit out for 3 minutes and he will still have an opportunity to return to the floor. And that's exactly what we were talking about. One of the challenges for the coaches is being able to process these kinds of emotions for these kids. Dahil again, not all kids will react the same way to certain plays. As you see itong si Hilot, really just going aggressively at the paint each and every time.
Gusto mo i-guess ano yung ano niya? Yung field goal percentage. Guess mo yung field goal percentage at yung field goals made and attempted.
Actually, I'm just looking at how many points that he has.
Oh, sige.
Siguro tingin ko nasa mga mga 8 out of 10.
Nasa 9 out of 10 si Hilot when it comes to his shots. 9 out of 10 coming inside the paint.
That's a very smart way to play basketball, especially if you can get all the way to the paint and there's really not much a defense can do. But eventually, of course, you're gonna need to learn to shoot from the outside, especially since I'm projecting him to play the guard position as he progresses in his career, unless he suddenly shoots up to 7-3.
And not only that, he also has 6 steals. Kita-kita mo naman. And a block. Grabe naman yung assist ni Hilo. Doon, showtime inside the Perpetual gym. Wow! Grabe. Direk, I'm sure yun yung play of the game natin. Huwag natin kakalimutan yung assist na yun. Kasi ano yun
Pero kasi ang dami pagpipilian.
ang daming pagpipilian. Pero yun na yung tumatak sa atin. Grabe nga yun. Ito, steal number 7 for Hilot.
And actually also very impressive finish din nung kakamping because that's not an easy shot to finish.
Grabe namang assist yun, no? Bang!
Parang Jason Kidd na Steve Nash na Allen Iverson.
Lahat na lang to Villano. And, ano tawag dun? Parang white chocolate eh. Mga moves na gano'n. Timeout on the floor. 75-54.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon niya
On your screens is Leo Del Hilot.
Parang needs no further introduction, with the way he's played so far.
Made the first shot. 75-54 tayo dito ngayon. He has 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And 6 steals? 7.
7 steals now, Noe. And I think he also has a few blocks to his name. Let me check. Alam ko may isa na eh. Not sure kung madami lang. He has one block lang
One block, but very spectacular block.
To be fair, pwede nga gawing play of the game din yung block na yun eh.
Pero usually we're counting baskets, but
Oo, pwede rin pero diba, it's also a play technical. Pero wala naman tayong defensive play of the game. Kung may sponsor dyan na willing mag-sponsor ng defensive play of the game, yan, dami.
Starbucks,
The
no?
Starbucks coffee stop of the game.
Yan,
Oh, yan.
pwede.
Coffee break of the game. 75-54. The last 5 minutes in this quarter, you can still see the ball movement of Mindoro working well to their advantage. The offensive board. And big boy moves for number 26 of Mindoro. That is John Dre Johnson.
That's Johnson with a D.
Yes, Johnson with a D. And Canapi. Just like that, coach, no? 20 points to now 81-54.
Well, really just so far for Mindoro, everybody gets to eat.
And eat they do. Canapi, the recipient of that assist.
I think that's already the third player with 20 points here for Mindoro. Let me check that.
4 minutes and 14. Can you check? Noy, ano bang?
So we have Villano with 22. You have Canapi with 22. Oh, Hilot only with 19.
19 lang pala.
Mahina.
Mahina
19
to.
lang.
Kidding aside, he is one of the best that we have seen today. And a candidate for player of the game. Medyo mahirap din para sa amin. Oh, yan na nga si Hilot. Sabi niya, 19 lang ah.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
3 players scoring in, hindi lang double digits 20 plus points.
Grabe. And you gotta appreciate, tanggal pa yung sapatos.
At dumadive pa. Kaninong sapatos yan?
Kay Hilot ba? Hindi. Sa one of the players of... Kay Johnson with a D. Ganda ng pasa na yun.
What a pass. Kevin Love-like.
Yes, Kevin Love-like.
And a Kyrie-like finish.
Parang quarterback finding his wide receiver. And this is on your screen. Nick Lawrence Celestino hits the front rim with that first free throw. Has 4 points and 6 rebounds. Air ball on the second, and that should go back to the side of Mindoro. 3 minutes and 43 remaining here in the fourth quarter. I think the only time na medyo natakot or medyo nagising yung Mindoro was during the third quarter. No? Yun yung nakasabay ang Bulacan when it comes to scoring. But now, completely different. They went back to their old ways. We're just waiting now for the final score. I mean, 29.3 minutes. Virtually impossible, but, you know.
Well, with the way Mindoro has been playing, it is okay, fine. I'll be honest. It's impossible for Bulacan to still come back here.
Yeah, especially pag you're not getting the stops. Pagdating sa Mindoro, again, more points in the paint. That is now at 76. Grabe, they have more points in the paint than the total score of JT Bulacan Taipan.
So that's going to be turnover number 37 for Bulacan. And so far, 37 turnovers. Although Mindoro not doing that well, 24 turnovers. But when you're up by 31 points, it doesn't really matter that much. Points of turnovers, 48 points. I think that's 50 already because that came off inbounding turnover.
Well, I feel like Mindoro is gunning for 100 points here. You can see with the way, with the pace that they're currently running, they want that 100 points. Yan medyo mahirap. Pero kaya eh. 2 minutes to 34, you keep getting steals. But not that point. Not at that occasion. The drive para sa Bulacan, 89 to 58. 2 minutes and 21 remaining.
Omboy finally getting a basket here. Very quiet in this ball game. Only with 10 points. That was his 10th point.
Omboy passing it to his team, but it was too strong. Good thing they were able to recover. Too strong. Kakatapikan sa bola, and yet another steal is Dueñas, and getting blocked at the top by Espiritu. But they quickly give it back to the opposing team. Grabe naman yun.
That's just showing off.
Yun na yung pag-show off. Tapos pumasok pa eh, no? Alam mo yung mga layup line nga, coach? Diba gano'n yung mga ginagawa niya sa layup line? No good on that three-pointer. It's an air ball. Mindoro challenging themselves to shoot outside the paint this time.
Well, that's something still that they need to work on. That running game is working. But the problem is when everything just slows down. Look at that clean block.
Sobrang linis talaga ng block doon. And ito na nga, something that we got from Flo is that si Omboy did not play in the first game of Bulacan.
Yeah, actually, I was able to cover his first game, that victory over Antipolo. But, you know, definitely going to be a main cog for the team of Bulacan. And I think you also have Montaño, you have Monilla, you have Mandal. You have some materials here. And of course, Inigo Del Rosario, whenever he comes in, really instant offense. But I think finally, itong si Hilot will get a well-deserved rest. Siguro naman magpapahinga ka na, baka naman ibalik ka pa.
Kala ko sabi mo, sigurado nang papahilot ka na eh. No?
Parang hindi kailangan eh. Parang minasahing lahat ng defenders really going hard to the basket even with defenders in there.
And just take a look here at the plus-minus of Hilot. He is at plus 37.
And they're up by
28.
28 na lang.
Na lang. Pero the one with the highest plus-minus dito si Villano. He played a total of 35 minutes with 24 points, 60. Actually, grabe rin tong ni Villano. 11 for 20 with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 steals. It's a really tight one. So, abang-abang na lang kayo guys kasi pipiliin namin player of the game. Tawagan na 3-second violation dito yung timeout by Mindoro, trying to think of one last play with 44.5 remaining.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin at itong biyaya.
We are now in the final 44.5 seconds of this game with Mindoro to inbound. Wenceslao, back to Bascon. Bascon losing control of the ball. And a foul on Mindoro. That means it's gonna be 2 free throws para sa Bulacan. And coach, ano bang natin dito? Story of the game between Mindoro and Bulacan. It's a blowout, but there's a lot of maraming kwento yan behind the numbers.
Well, actually, it was very close pa. It was fairly close in the first quarter. Only 18-12. Itong Mindoro ahead by 6. But whenever they turn up the Jets, I mean, they did start the game with that full court pressure defense. And yun nga, whenever they put on that pressure defense, hirap na hirap talaga yung Bulacan to cross. But actually, yung conversion rate ng Bulacan increased whenever they were able to break that pressure defense. Initially kasi when they break the press, they were rushing their shots, and eventually yun nga, they figured it out that they have to be very patient in that offense. But time and again, just streaks of layup drills for Mindoro, and I think they will choose not to shoot anymore. So really the story here was that full court press and just game-long layup drill for Mindoro.
And that's your final score, 91 for Mindoro. The Sena Foundation Junior Disciplinados finally getting a win here. They're 1-1. And on your screens, the Atlantis 88 move of the game. Ayan na nga, yan yung ni-request natin eh. Nakikinig talaga sa atin si Direk Pogi. Pogi mo talaga, Direk. Thank you so much for hearing our for our claims and pleas.
Actually kasi moves of the game yan eh.
Moves
First
eh.
was the no-look pass, and second was that awesome finish coming from Villano.
Feeling ko sa 18 under division tayo, baka dunk siguro. Or at least close to it, pwede. Mga rim grazer. And yun na nga, nakita natin dito guys, 91-62 with Mindoro just outclassing the JT Bulacan Taipan in every aspect of this game. Something that's glaring here that we want to keep emphasizing to you is the points in the paint. But before that, let's give you to Flo Del Agua for the Atlantis 88 player of the game.
Unang panalo para sa Mindoro de Sena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. And here beside me is our Atlantis 88 player of the game. Walang iba kundi si Leo Hilot with 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 8 steals. Congratulations, Leo! Matanong ko lang, ano ba ang ginawa ng JT Bulacan Taipan na nag-challenge sa'yo kanina at paano mo ito nalagpasan?
Yun lang po. Kumpiyansa lang po ako. Tapos yun. Salamat sa mga kasama ko. Kumpiyansa lang po sabi ng mga coach ko. Yan lang.
Okay, maraming salamat. Meron ka bang gustong batiin or pasalamatan sa ating viewers?
Boss de Siena po, tapos sa foundation. Yan lang po. Tapos sa mga coaches, yan lang. Salamat. Coach Eugene po, salamat. Yan lang po.
Salamat, Leo. At congratulations again sa Mindoro de Sena Foundation. And there we have it. Pagbati sa mga nanood sa amin ngayong araw. And here are my partners in the panel, Nico and Noy, to officially bid goodbye to this game day.
And thank you again, Flo, for interviewing the best player of this game. Actually, nahirapan kami ni Noy on who to choose, considering that there are two guys that
Three guys actually scored
yeah.
over 20 points. Muntik na nga ako mag-ini-mini mo, but definitely just total team effort here.
May
for
konting
Mindoro.
hesitation pa nga at one point. Sabi ko, wait lang, Noy, tignan mo to, tignan mo tong numbers to. So parang nagtinginan kami for a while.
And I don't think we could have gone wrong,
Yeah,
choosing any of those.
And considering that this Mindoro team, a force to be reckoned with, I can't wait to see and hopefully cover more of their games here in the Junior MPBL. That ends our live coverage at Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL for today. On behalf of Coach Noy Africa and Flo Del Agua, this is Nico Rocha. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.